Hi friends, welcome to Teacher Tech Media. Today we are going to discuss about behaviorism in learning natural science and constructivism as a theoretical backing for natural science education. Behaviorism. J.B. Watson was an American psychologist who established the psychological school of behaviorism. Behaviorism in learning natural science. John Broadus Watson was an American psychologist who established the psychological school of behaviorism. The other notable psychologists of the school were Skinner, Pavlov, Tolman, Hull, etc. According to a behaviorist school, psychology is purely an experimental branch of natural science, the objective of which is to elaborate, control, and predict behavior. Tenets of behaviorism. Psychology is the science of stimulus and response. As such, it is concerned with the study of receptors and effectors. The chief task of psychology is to study overt or observable behavior that can be measured scientifically. Behavior is merely the response to some environmental stimulus. It is guided by senses and it can be explained in terms of association between stimulus and response. Environmental forces are more important in determining behavior and shaping the personality of individual. All behavior is learned in process of interaction with environment. Impact of behaviorism in learning. Behaviorism is a theory which is relatively simple to understand because it relies only on observable behavior and describes several universal laws of behavior. Its positive and negative reinforcement technique can be very effective, such as in treatment of human disorders, including autism, anxiety disorders, and antisocial behavior. Behaviorism is often used by teachers who record or punish student behaviors. So, we can use technique of behaviorism in teaching and learning process. Behaviorism is advocated the use of reinforcement in the place of punishment as inducement in teaching learning process. The technique of shaping behavior and behavior modification programs advocated by the behaviorists have contributed a lot in dealing with backward and maladjusted children in classroom. Constructivism. Constructivism as a theoretical backing for natural science education. Constructivism refers to the idea that learners individually construct meaning and knowledge for themselves as they learn. It emphasizes building of meaning and knowledge that occurs in people's mind when they learn. Principles of constructivism. Knowledge is socially constructed and the learner constructs knowledge for himself when he learns in a social context. Learning is an active process in which the learner uses sensory input and constructs meaning out of it. Learning is an interpretive, recursive building process by active learners interacting with physical and social world. Knowledge is not fixed object. It is constructed by individual through his own experience of that object, which is unique to each individual. People learn to learn as they learn. Learning consists of both of constructing meaning and constructing system of meaning. Reflective activities side by side with physical actions and hands-on experience are necessary that leads to development. Language that we use influences our learning. Language and learning are inextricably intertwined. Learning is a social activity. Our learning is intimately associated with our connection with other human beings, our teacher, our peers, our family, as well as casual acquaintances. Learning is contextual. We learn in relationship to what else we know, what we believe, our prejudices, and our fears. One needs knowledge to learn. It is not possible to absorb new knowledge without having some structure developed from previous knowledge to build on. The more we know, the more we learn. Types of constructivism: cognitive constructivism and social constructivism. The major method of learning supported by cognitive constructivists are discovery learning, brainstorming, concept mapping, while the methods suggested by social constructivists include reciprocal teaching, peer teaching, problem-based instruction, anchored instruction, etc. On the basis of constructivism, we can use constructivist method of learning in natural science class. The all above methods can be used in a natural science class for making the teaching and learning process more effective. Thank you all. For more videos, subscribe our YouTube channel Teacher Tech Media.